The Democrats are planning their own version of Project 2025 titled Project 2029, and they will be releasing it gradually over the next 2 years. If the title isn't enough of an indication of how lacking in original ideas Project 2029 will be, who the authors are should make that clear. Leading the effort is Andrei Cherny, the founder and co-editor of Democracy, a journal of ideas, the publication in which Project 2029 will be released each quarter. Cherny claims to have put together a team that's the Avengers of public policy, a litany of Clinton-era liberal warmongers who are more concerned with feeding the war machine than children in poverty. Are the Avengers playing bipartisanship with Kang the Conqueror now? I stopped watching those movies. They became as inconsistent as liberal logic. Cherny's most recent project was a scandal-ridden corporate venture. As the chief executive for 9 years of celebrity-backed fintech firm Aspiration, Cherny claimed to be democratizing investing by making it affordable for ordinary people and in the process fighting the climate crisis by taking the leftover change from customers' purchases and using it to plant trees around the world. Want to take a guess how that turned out? Aspiration boasted that it had planted 35 million trees, but 23 million of those never actually got planted because they were pocketing the money. It claimed that it had 5 million customers, but the actual number was a little less than 600,000. It rewarded purchases from companies it deemed sustainable, but they were really quite the opposite. On top of all this, the company falsely reported its earnings by not counting the hundreds of millions that it was spending on marketing. Cherny was pushed out of the company in October 2022 after Aspiration was probed by the federal government for a series of possibly fraudulent greenwashing carbon credit deals, eventually resulting in the arrest of his former business partner. As a proud neoliberal and former member of the Bill Clinton administration, Cherny helped lay the groundwork for the rise of Trump. He is also an alum of the corporate-funded Democratic Leadership Council, which was perhaps best known for its enthusiasm for privatizing Social Security. Cherny first showed up on Clinton's radar as a Harvard senior when he wrote that the United States needed, quote, government humble enough not to try to solve all our problems for us, but strong enough to give us the tools to solve our problems ourselves. I'm sorry, but if I'm paying taxes for roads and education, I expect to receive those things, not the tools to make them myself. But Bill Clinton loved this line so much that he made his entire cabinet read it, put it in one of his speeches, and hired Cherny as a speechwriter. As the Clinton administration embarked on its own democratic version of Doge called Reinventing Government, which boasted of firing 351,000 federal workers and eliminating hundreds of thousands of pages of rules and regulations, Cherny cheered on all of it as a raging centrist, insisting that centrist politics is what Americans want now and what they have always wanted. He viewed Clinton's disillusion of welfare as a great triumph and celebrated that Democrats who planned to put the Humpty Dumpty welfare state back together again were slowly dying out. Folks, this is the person the Democrats picked to lead the charge against fascism. Share, like, and follow if you want to know more as we continue to investigate the authors of Project 2029.